What's up, Bafetu? Welcome back to another episode of Droppin Jewelz. Namhlanje siblome no OG, a Grootman.
Sure.
I can say legend. Music industry, entertainment industry. Shapunjani Grootman. Saphila Grootman. Sabonga kakhulu for isikhathi sakho.
All right, you know.
It really means a lot. Good to uzosibona.
All right.
Yeah, so maybe before si discussa izinto ezibhaya, thina sikwazi ngo Rev Tumza,
Sure.
Reverend Kwaito.
Sure.
Maybe do you mind just sharing maybe ngiyacabanga ukuthi unani igama lamampela?
Yeah.
Just that nokuthi mhlawumbe ukhulele va.
All right. Igama Andile Tumelo Mpanza. Ngizalelwe eJabulane, ngakhulela eZola. Yeah, that's where I've been all my life. Yeah.
Okay, asabonga kakhulu for isikhathi sakho once again, Grootman.
Thank you.
Maybe just to start at the beginning, maybe do you mind just sharing ukuthi uthande kanjani music or uhlangane kanjani no music?
Music into engikhula ikhona eJardini yabo. Obviously yazi ngikhulelela ukushini abantu abadala abadlala ama record ama cassettes nanani ayiki-influencer na obviously into ekhula ikhala kini nawe izoku-influencer yabo. Yeah, but then kwaya ngaba umuntu when I started like ukuthi mina ngizithandela music ngaqala ngathanda hip hop yabo, but ulubi ngekho iningi like us by the time mina ngisaseyintwana. I think around 96, that's when I came across hip hop, Abu Coolio, Gangsta's Paradise. It's one of the first tracks being was a hip hop. Kwalandeli album like Snoop Dogg, Doggy World, his first album, and then after that you get to know his into nezinye zakudala like Abu Dr. Dre, Chronic, basic dali phumile. But then you get introduced to it in mhlambe lapha kuboma 97, and then by then nangayise khona iKwaito yayibona idinge iKwaito nalo liqhamuka ngelizwa ngabo Ada abo amajensi ayaphanda yabo kunale futhi nje kuba nale because nalo I think by then belingakabi mainstream nalo belisabuild up, but bekhona nje abo Stabo namagenge. I don't think yazicava lezo Stabo magenge for Dr. House Kwaito like the first pioneers. Yabona bo Skido yabo, that's how you get introduced to manje music in oza nawe endlini. Endlini kukhona ama OJs, kukhona abo Mirema ke, khona abo Messi Phakela, nawe soze nalento ethukanayo ke manje xa abantu abadala yini into yakho yabo leyo nto leyo. Yeah, so that was my journey ku music mina. I think endlini I contributed that. Yabo obviously mhlawumbe ugundutshani so keep ispeak usibekela phayana ublast uTupac khala bomakhelwane konini khala ufake itumelo kwenzakala yabo akusinto ekhona elokushini ngaleso sikhathi ukuthi kunengoma ezivalga yabo obviously sattractwa leyo nto leyo that rebelliousness yo music yabo beyenzwa youth back then. Yeah, yazi mo intwana encane wattractwa into ezi negative most of the time yabo kade ziyadelela le isaba ukuthi fuck ayisaba ukuthini engomeni yabo like that bravery kuba ngathi ubrave lo muntu lona cause awujwayelanga leyo nto, ujwayela ingoma ezimelo ne message positive, but now usobhekane nabo fuck the police, fuck the CIA yabo naba nabanye ngapha bacula iKwaito nabo bashama ngezinye ingoma yabo it's about umjive siyashaya mande nyaphuza man Thursday nyakuthi wena uzana ingoma ezine corruption espacing isengoma ezimelo yabo. But then obvious over time abazali they get to understand and bayayibona nabo lento lokuthi okay inazi ingoma ezipositive yabo, because even zona le ngoma zabo abo Dr. Dre, Tupac, Oskido yabo zinobuvalga, but khona imessage egrand ezispreadayo for thina yabona ngene sintwana. Yeah, so that's my journey in terms of music for me. Yeah.
And then ukhuluma ngokuthi khona ama Kwaito group dala also that you are mentioning. But thina sikwazi also ngeKwaito group GP Gangster. Mhlawumbe ukufomeka kwayo kwaba into enjani?
GP Gangster bekuyinto ukuthi sicedile igela njoba ngisho ukuthi enjoy music yabo, and yazi ngeke ublome nabantu ongacabangi nabo ngokufana yabo. So namachita sina same mentality, sijuthana ngento eziyohani siblomile. Ukuthi manje kushap. Alright, so njengoba siblumile kanje sizani nawe unengoma zakho zangazo nomunye unengoma zakhe mesimamela we've got the same taste in music singanywe hip hop singanywe Kwaito nama-jams yabo so njengoba sesiblumile kanje thothi sometimes iplazi-ke obviously siqeda ukuqeda igela nanani sesiqala into zamanganjazo yabo mesilibele singanjaza kanje mesesinqentakile kuba indaba yokuthi sesinokurepha nje angazi noma uyakhumbula kudala futhi ngikukhumbule kudala ingoma ze hip hop beziba namasinging thothi kuba ingoma straight kube neacapella webhayuka uyarapha without ilona then kuba ne-instrument yabo thothi mhlambe simamele ingoma sengena le instrument oyone sekuyarapha like plays around yabo uyarapha phezu kwa-riding nawe suyambonisa ukuthi hayi nami nginama-lyrics ami yabona riding le then sesiyarapha kanjalo sesijwayele ukurapha omunye sekebhalile uye ku-Jam sekevele TV uyayibona leyo nto leyo abanye baseli-club laphayana nabo sebeya freestyle mara sibloma sonke asiyi-group mara senza zonke lezi zinto lezo yabo then eventually it gets to a point whereby man lento siyayizwa nathi ukuthi no man inswembu yabo if singaconcentrate kuyo since asisipana sigelezi we just idling yabo ilento efana mhlambe nani kanje ukuthi there's no employment gents asithathe nama-camera shy podcast it's like that as well yabo with bafethu rather than just idling around the cars how about yabo we meet on Monday let's meet on Monday till Thursdays yabo 4 days a week siyameetha ngo-10 sichayisa around 2-3 nekuchayisa igela khani sihambe siyogeza siyoklina senzani but we meet and then we practice ke manje yabo we putting i-effort like and the more sibhala yabo kule mobo ukuthi man yabo we are on to something la and obviously as soon as ubo ukuthi we are on to something sekubhukwa itshulo sekwenziwani siyacala manje kuba into esithatha serious that we can siyabo ukuthi we can contribute something different because that was always something that we wanted to do, contribute something different to the music industry, not do something they enjoy because by the time see release everyone was taken aback with our we are born riding the corner. I think the corner squad came the H2O. Okay. By the time Tina figure drone H2O squad came to this corner like industry. So when we get there, H2O sharp by a rapper ngesizulu party. Abayenzi njengathi yabo thina sizana ezona sizana okulokishi and the manje started that rebelliousness that from hip hop le besincane siyayifaka ke manje nathi lokho rebel le music queen wethu yabo in order for it to be different sikhuluma ngento zokuthi khona abantu ababanjwe inkunzi sikhulunywa ngento zokuthi khona umuntu bekethakatha of which into bezingekho yabo utangi lonke ngithola thakatha ngigcine ngimshanga eduze yabo into ezinjalo ama-topic bengekho emusicini so it was a culture shock for abanye abantu lezi zithini manje uyayibona yini but once you listening to those stories there is something positive that you can take away from that yabo because later ngitshela ngazo bo-brand new day yabo zolathila idaya you take there is that positive element yabo because sometimes you have to shock people to get their attention and then you can tell them what you want to tell them yabo so that was always the approach nama-jents namahleli sijuthana ngalezo zinto yabo ukuthi let's not just rap yabo let's tell stories of it yabo let's be rebellious, let's go against the system, let's do things our way uyayibona into efana naleyo so I think that was like iphilosophy ye-GP Gangster when it started yabo
so umention ukuthi also kugcina kuba into serious but benisiblomela also kuba abantu obloma nabo amajita and vele nathi sayibona kuyinto serious. Do you mind sharing that peak ngaleso sikhathi lesiya when we were exposed to GP Gangster, maybe when you did lengoma ozimenshonayo, just a few of them?
I-question angi-understand yabuza uthini but
sengikhuluma ngokuthi lezi zinto beni exposed kuzo at the peak of GP Gangster as a music group because it was more of also like music or business side of music kungasasa amajita kuphela just ukuzihlalela.
Obviously mesaqala let me tell you how we got into the industry so that I can get to that yabo siyacula silibele siyawashaya ama-track amnandi answembu but akuna wow factor You understand? So so now we decide which I'm a tricket and swimmer with storytelling. So no guys, this is what we should focus on. This is something different that you can bring on the table. Telling stories. The first storytelling track after that decision, the whistle until I die. You understand that whereby we're telling we're telling 4 different stories around the cars. We are going riding there around this all until I die. Silshire little track. From the moment Silshire, the recorder I chose when you hot money, the hot money lady, cell phone go sign a Canada is true. Say this and I'm a contract type of it to them woman. On guy record deal nan but Tina, a cousin Nami be own a record label who ask a bulldogs. They are born riding there. So Tina, we see recorder Raji team, Funugulisa there.
Okay.
We are in the company wrote at the time, and this man, any company Kayaziwa. So we turn him down in the deal. Mesbuya nale demo leading a guy who ask any cousin I'm review Charles. Elise, I shine, I buffet to kindly trick it. Rabo, from your mamela grand engine. I will munding him Kaya, city, Rabo, I'll write, I'll boys. Lumuntu Lonal quality, Logish city. Ingomega Pumisi, Colika, Sisicona Vantaba imitator, Seves busy GP Gangster, Kitchen Pes were my lineage, like Icasilia Paza, before we even drop anything. As Saga is in a record label, dining Marasegne Paz, Stratin, Mengo Mabatis or Latila Guy, so then Mrs. Buella, you see Vaisangada says Chola Iti. We are going to riding them. Tina, we never thought of it as a business. You understand? It was something that we were passionate about. Funutula obvious, Funutula comes with money, nature, and the lifestyle. We are Sibanaleo, Snalelo Dreamle, Lutasongena, Spillage, Abu Mandos, and Abu Brown. I bought riding them. Sharp, Situ, they record deal, is into Zenze, shoot my music video, or Mazda radio, but in you is nowhere to be found. We are born riding them because as you understand the business, it's expect to change. Mesngene studio like radio automatically it means we say reach we born riding there. So now say sigule dilemma le ukuthi ke manje uyalazi ikasile njani uvele TV awunanyo scandal nje leso on its own gibela ama taxi ngapha udlala radio. People don't understand ukuthi yabo they expect you to automatically have money once you've done that, and then it comes as a shock ukuthi thina how come? Yabo, and then mesekutala kuba nalo uma question lawo. Mesekutala kuba nalo uma question lawo so yazibuza nawo ukuthi how come? Because vele we did everything right ingoma abantu bayencanywa, but we are not making it in financial. You are about riding there. That's when now you get to study the game. Yabo, in the grand which you study the game manje so phakathi kwa. Yabo so yabona ukuthi ayisana. Company took a shortcut here and there, because it's here. Since I record company, hoping we would get exposure. Maybe told about Zambia, about cheap, about shows. But now a record company, I know it's always a no for team. A record company as user for bad, because no job says it as Spalela about Zambia, about cheap, about shows and so. But Screfelo eats as a machine. So a record company. Yes, is what is in but you only focus on cash cows. So Tina says, I release when she just as Uglalis or Ashera to die. It's not even this losing tape fire, Skubeg is shy span. Then you realize that's when you start asking questions, Banamatis agreement in a campaign. And then you look at the efforts of Zambia. Ugutum Zambia, Yaguze Abela Akona. Wednesday, but menzeli in nani, and there's news into Bazenza Pamguin because you send like company nabo. Send abo utama. We never had interviews. Bomakozi FM nana. Skawabo Machozi FM. Never riding ingoma yethu in terms of your radio na corner. I push wabanya bantu. Yabo, and that's when the reality sets in. What the fuck? Yabo, we've been taken for a ride, and then that's when you quit. We decided, you know, no chance. After like 2 years, that was like chance. It's not worth it. Let's rather, because now we've learned to which bazenza ranjan is it. So let's rather, in terms of business, leave these people. Yabo. Next time if we fail on our own.
Yeah.
You understand that, but you know what failure kanje effort isifakile yonke that needs to be put in music business. Yabo. Yeah.
Okay. So also just to take you back kancane mention also spana nabantu ukubhalela amanye ama-Kwaito artists we know Kwaito was big just here as well. Maybe if ungashare lokho ukuthi abobani abanye abantu maybe that we know of inisebenze nabo as a GP Gangster.
Bulldogs lesibhalela ngokumuntu. Yabo, because when we came in Zambia had only one album. Mushoza was working on her first album. Umsawa besekikhiphile lokuqala. But abantu bebebhala bekuba uNimrod nawo ama-artist nana. But when we came in thina we done our homework. Njengoba uthi music ibesuncane. Like nokubloma kwethu it was centered around ukuthi yabo mele simamele ingoma ethize mele senzeni yabo. Lama 4 days engitshela ngawo ukuthi Monday to Thursday it was not only just writing, it was analyzing omunye umculo. Yabo abanye abantu bebekhiphile yini yenza lengoma ukuthi benziwe yabo, we discuss those things. Yabo, so we become very deadly when it comes to the pen. So mase sibhalela bomZambia. So you know ukuthi umZambia udinga. That's why bongeke uzwe ukuthi umZambia intwana encane ebhalelwe umuntu omdala. Because usifaka ecathulweni zakhe, and then when you write you make sure ukuthi you write ubhala into irrelevant ezohambelana nomZambia, ezohambelana nomshoza, ezohambelana nomsawa, ezohambelana noChip. It's not out of character for them, yabo, because you've spent time analyzing music and writing music and enjoying music. Uyayibona leyo nto leyo. So nje ngasho ukuthi eBulldogs bonke sibabhalele lonke artist elike ladlule eBulldogs isesalibamba ngezandla zethu. Yabo mekungasiyi uNtsimbi, mekungasiyi uNtsimbi ubafana. Yabo siya alternate. Yabo, but bozothola ukuthi kakhulu mina ngisipana nomZambia, umsawa uNtsimbi usipana nomsawa wakabhaya, ubafana usipana nomshoza kabhaya. Yabo, so that's how we yabo. But sometimes we say studio sahlangana thuthi sesiyabhakanyela ke sibhalela umuntu oyi1 so ifona athi sasibhalela ama part wethu mhlambe sifeaturekile kuleyo ngoma leyo, uyayibona le nto leyo. Yeah,
I think that is amazing. And then also you mentioned ukuthi at some
regarding question ukubuza yona regarding ubhala, understand? So do you think it's fair enough ukuthi okay I want to tell if they say benibhalela abantu so batholi credit, the full credit, so as long as you know an artist or a performing artist, or I'm not different. When I'm parallel with my performer, then when I'm artist. So it different album shows. Was it a maybe artist or was he a performer?
No, sometimes we would enhance. It's not like everything was written from scratch. Sometimes you would find tracks very eswashayila. Sometimes you listen to what they've got to say, and then you fix on that. You understand, and then you add on so that. Exactly solid. I wanna writing. I mean, I don't mind. I mean, if exactly ngilishayile, yabo, and when you feel we artist, fellow artist or outside Mrs. Studio, so uthi ne pizza man asilungisela. Yabo writing le. I would take your advice. Yabo, silungise. Then simamele leli lami simamele nalethu issue. Yabo na writing le. Siya collaborate in a way. Yabo, but eBulldogs esikhathini esibhaba uzothi ukuthi siyabhala. Umshoza naye afike. Plus umshoza towards mese siphumile eBulldogs naye waphuma bese ngisipana naye umuntu engengasala ngasipana naye ke yabo esikhathini esibhala. So umuntu beke nama ideas but you find ukuthi she doesn't know how to execute them. Yabo, and she knew my strengths and I knew her strengths. Yabo, beke lishaya album bese ngifone Tumza ngicela ukushaya album ngicela uzwakala, and then we give it a listen. Yabo, fix here. No, the album is solid, but in short time, I'm going to try to so. Let's get this producer to come in and give us the feel later, and then we work on that. So it depends which when as an artist or as a musician, you can't always be right. Even the biggest artists in the world, both Drake, Beyonce, currently, they've got people who assist them. There's every record company has a position called A&R. A&R is a quality controller. You understand? He has to listen to every song. Feature lengoma inswembo mari chorus liyabheda silikhiphe yabo. So that is basically what we used to do yabo eBulldogs naselayini yabo. But it was in the matter ukuthi simamela as sizohamba sokufunela umuntu ozokubhalela. We had the skills ourselves ukuthi alengoma inswembo mara asi enhance la nala yabo or na ingoma say complete yabo, because even no Thembi said esike saspana naye whereby we gave you a complete track yabo, all she had to do ukuthi ahambe phezulu.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And then going back also to GP Gangster, you mentioned ukuthi at some point then by 4, at some point by 3. I know khona ama lyrics also show kanjalo ukuthi bese 4 sesi 3 on sure.
Yeah.
Ahamba kanjalo ama conversation does maybe umuntu say angisekho part of nina machito or machito, do you say if you should do something else? How does that conversation go about?
The situations were different yabo. Bese 4 singakatholi deal nesatholi deal mesilithola si4 edinga ku demo tape yabo, but by then umatiti unenxusi yabo, and the morning enxusi kumele uyohereza. You understand that right? Thina sina pressure noma singatholi plate endlini asinaso leso stress, but as out here to say understand asicula sonke should nasemarehezini akasekho kabaya njengoba kuthi sireza every day. So what happens eBulldogs bafuna ukupusha iGP Gangster but through album la kaMzambiya without feature bafuna ukusifaka nje like i-photo shoot ukuthi this is what's coming next. Uyayibona I think sharp usiyamstela ukawu sekuyabhayisa le Shoprite eDobsonville kawungelanga liso so kune photo shoot yabo, bafuna ukusenzela into eso hayi asteme grand ufika ngale photo shoot is nowhere to be found yabo. Uyafonela ifona ingeni alindwe sibalo yabo. Then amajita labo Oscar nabo Nimrod said no yabo, ukawa ka se respect team yabo. So it's either you guys lose the deal or niyamiya kukawa yabo. Siqhubeka ngani 3 because lo muntu lo, I mean it's a first meeting naka kasekho yabo, and that like was the hardest thing that we had ever had to do as a group yabo, because no mele siqale sodwa sihlale phansi uthi gents, do we continue spanulula la lokishini ukawalibela phanda or do we explain ukuthi mfana naku sekwenzeke so because of what happened yabo. I think obviously mfana we on the verge of getting what we've always wanted to get yabo. So we decided ukuthi no mele simchazele ukawu yabo. And manje into ebhlungu ukuthi wena kawu njengoba nabo ukawu sikhula kanje siyacavana, abazali bethu bayacava udloma la yabo, sinokufika sihlale lana basiphakele like si family of some kind yabo, because mesiblomeka bomatiti time lakhe yabo liyakwazi ukuthi nayi wine ngiyayiceda iwine yami bafana bami yabo. Lo nto le noma sisedladlini olidlami liyakwazi ukusiphakela sigawule like by understand ukuthi si unit yabo. So we had to go and explain ulady la kakao first before acava ukuthi mawuleli sesibhekane nesituation so yabo isiye riding level mfethu yabo. I already understand from our perspective mara lichaze nokuthi inokusilehe nyana phakathi gents yabo. Riding level is there no way sizama ukukhuluma nama out sithi ayiso ringa nama out sibafonele VV bona their minds are made up ukuthi if asikho i3 they're not gonna work with us uyayibona leyo nto leyo. So ukawu kube ukuthi uphuma kanjani yabo. So we have to go and sit him down naye futhi mfethu sekune flop so elivelile yabo. Siya explainer ke nakuye okay ukawu took it on the chin yabo. Like ne chance ngiya understand vele driving lenzile mara ma uthasilehe na uyayibona. And it was painful mfana like think for 2 months nje besingakhona nokurehearse kunaleyo tension inyana le, but ke noma siqhubeka bekuyi out yethu. We understand that bekuyi out yethu, hence noma sesiphumile eBulldogs we went back isamlanda wa featureke trickini eliwani uyabona riding. But ke no seke spana like full time, he can't come back like fully into the group uyabona riding. But yanda into grand ngomatuti azange asikwatele in such a manner yabo ukuthi nani yabo. And then ku situation kabafana ka we grew apart,
Okay.
He wanted different things for himself. Yabo, nathi, because we want to focus on the filming now. Yabo, that was when he started into some films. Yabo, and they again, unengus, angnangus, unsembaranangus. Joba C3 kanje. Uyayibona riding ukuthi yena he has an immediate need for renewal, and that we need to invest kuphi a company. Uyayibona riding le ukuthi sharp usithola idili le movie. I-movie iyabuya. Do we split the money or do we go out and get cameras and get a studio so that we can uyayibona riding le. And then ivote obvious izokudla no kawu asibhaye ne studio sibhaye nama camera so that we can, because me shooter first film the shooter ngento zabanye abantu, and it took us a long time for us ukuthi sikhone nokuyiceda sikhone nokuyi-edit, but now we've continued isihafile le film le yabo. Why don't we get more equipment so that we can yabo get things done quickly yabo. And then mina nginale philosophy le ukuthi ayikho shoemaker engana ibaba engana machine ogundini wena. You understand? You are a barber but you don't have machine ogundini wena. For me it doesn't make sense. Yabo. Sometimes you need to make sacrifices now so that yabo you can yabo riding there. Because and to be proven correct, after we've bought our cameras things started moving positively financially, because sometimes you get to segmele no shoot it 21st. Now the camera segmele no shooter in you're getting extra income from the sides besides ama movie one of camera now is our buyer back then as a second as a shy span in the ama camera a growth valley high quality is a grand. So such things, such decisions, you might take them lightly when I need to but you amcabanga noka ukuthi njoba naye anabantwana uyayibona leyo nto leyo. So ngapha kuna there's a lot of politics around there yabo. Kunezinye izinto ezi generate income that we can use, like Brothers for Life for instance, where they dealing with Brothers for Life. Brothers for Life is half a monthly now. Uyayibona riding there yabo. And then you find ukuthi sokuba namaguru wazo lezo inyuku lezo uyayibona lezo zinto lezo. And obviously inyuku yacabanisana siwali igcine uyayibona riding there. Gcine sekuba namabhifu nanani sekuba ne-east and west khona side nalo khona side nalo yabo. And obviously ukawu ke and I decided ukuthi I need chance. I'm calling it a quit. And it didn't it didn't give us a chance to sihlale naye explain yabo. Mina ngibone ku Facebook nakhona ngifonelwa umunye umuntu ukuthi mfethu kwenzakalani, ngibona i-status ukuthi ubafana kasekhe groupini nami ngisivule ngiyasibona yabo. Obviously vele sekunala ama tension engitshela ngawo ukuthi akusana frustane team. Yabo siyaspana kona mara sekunale yazi man mase kunomoya nyana obhekayo yabo. So you just you take it as one of those more out. It's alright. Let's move on.
And then maybe just before also to discuss the transition to the film or to the television space, we know what is the GP Gangster, the music group. Also there's merchandise, there's events also. We know Dirty All Star. Yes, that is every year, that's annual. So with that, mhlambe as issue now with All Star or Dirty All Star, Gugaba mhlambe a conversation between the converse, or is it something that
when it comes to Dirty All Star Bash, Dirty All Star Bash, it was around 2008. The reason is called Dirty All Star Bash is thenge macrobus yabo second album. Okay, tisiqale la the start awukhipha ikhuphula, which is our second album the second album sikhipha independently ke manje siyazishayela thina yabo. Akusana ngamla akusana umuntu uthini yithi sihereza yonke into samba phansi uyayibona riding there. And then now we njoba George sesageleza bulldogs on how to run a company yabo. So sesiya la idea ke lapho sikhona ukupusha more than the first album yabo. And manje akho music distributor efuna ukusifakela ama CD eshelfini, and yet we've created a demand. So what do? Siyazprintela thina ama CD sigcwala igradi bafethu. Every weekend sigcwala amacrobus, sibhayi car, sibhayiswa iloko ukuthi we need to go out and sell it like that. We go to Boma Jamestown Lake, we go to Thokoza Park, we go everywhere where there's people, we make nama show we go there and we make sure ukuthi siyabhayisa yabo riding there. But ikari njoba sibhayi kanje, I think they wanted something like 60k, thina sakhipha 40k. So kunale outstanding amount le 20k uyabona riding there. Sharp ama city siyabhayisa manje ejive lama city mele sibuye sihayise petrol, mele kuye abantu badle, mele yabo kule mali esibhayisayo. We are not saving enough so that we can at least maybe take a portion over your khafara yabo. Siyabhayisa but it's sort of like running in the same space at the very same time yabo, because say siyaphuma on a Friday siyobhayisa wherever kuzokhaswa ipetrol and asambi sodwa sihamba nabantu labantu esihamba nabo mele sibacaterele, mele sibabhayile ibhiya, mele sibabhayile igawuni yabo. At least mele sebeshayile ibhiya namahlona ayaphuma bayakhona ungena ebantwini bayabhayisa like 40 copies mhlambe for that day uyabona riding there. Already iyafya leyo nyungu leyo siye towards bona kumele bagawule petrol nani kusasa mesophuma mele sikhase kuyo leyo nyungu leyo vivi. It's a Saturday, so sort of like by Monday sithengisile ama CD 100 but mhlambe selene nemali ama CD 20, which isn't much. Mele sipush evikini, mele sihambe sekuma interview, mele senze besides ukuthengisa yabo, mele se YFM usine interview YFM ukhaswa khona igawulwa khona so nje yabo. We couldn't generate a lot of income from that yabo. So kwenze ukuthi la test kuyo ibhasi sekuba umuntu uthi ufuna ibhasi lakhe etrek because sihluleke ukumkhafa yabo
balance.
Gents,
Regarding that question ufuna going back to nawe group ukuthi soonest angene game, obviously siyaqala sonke, we have the same vision, same energy. So as much as you've been there, an experience ukuthi okay, one thing to chance ingena nonke ese group. So what advice ungapha amajita aqalayo asipana ese group ukuthi bavole ukuthi la sibangena khona to chance bahlukana? Most of the kids, everyone started baqala together. You see it in the black motion, you see it happening kuma abu makobakta umafika izolo other groups abu other ukuthi. So what's the strategy ukuthi if you get a chance to get to that point as a group ukuthi singahlukani mele senzeni?
mfana ikhi advising ngagayo yona into ezokutshela yona abantu bangena emshadweni hoping to last forever. What was a music group if abantu bajike ba divorce banabantwana banani? We understand ukuthi let ekutshela ukuthi as people you want to grow apart. You understand? The trick, I think the trick is to just respect each other's spaces and each other's feelings. You understand? Which noma cause ezinye izinto like umatiti abesingasipani na, but umatiti besikhona ukuthi siblome naye, but ubafana sikhona ukuyenza riding there uyayibona riding, which is sad to me. I spent half of my life naliya out there uyayibona leyo nto leyo, but no order akekho. And ayikho into engayipinpoint ukuthi mhlambe la or la uyayibona riding like just that nje ukuthi ezinye izinto uyabo we didn't respect each other uyabo in a way uyabo, because siyalingana thiliso noma sikhuluma if we have disagreements sizothukana uyayibona leyo, but we always had that thing tomorrow will be boys again. Besikura shayana kusasa ekseni sivuka njani izolo bengidakiwa ayihali njani, we are boys again. But I don't know how we got to a point where we can no longer fix things. Uyayibona leyo nto leyo, but mina mengihleli new one ngivele ngicabange ngawo umshado ukuthi some people get married babe nengosi 10 yabantwana babe nanani, but at the end of the day uthi abasakhulumisana abasafunani bayathukana uyabona leyo nto leyo. So it happens when you relate to people, it happens uyabo. Lo muntu lo bengincanywana fucked up but no uyabo, it is what it is ekugcineni wena mfana yabo. Yeah, but I would say if even when you grow, you understand. I won't like no Nsimbi mina blow mina every day. Nani, it's akusafani naTuka, but it's still my boy.
Yeah.
Yabo, same no matiti benga blow mina still my boy. We are connected. Tumza ngishota ngana, be matiti ngishota ngana. Yabo, try and maintain that thing because into ebhlungu thina besingahlanganisanga umunye umuntu. Yabo, sikhula from scene to one. Yabo, umculo usithola vele sisonke. It's not like ihlangane ukuthi ayizwakala socula sonke. Of which many groups are formed like that. Yabo, tina we grew up together nama out. Yabo, noma mhlambe besingabhloma endaweni one mara besikuhlangana mhlambe ngeChilence nanani sesidlala sonke idiski. Yabo, nini sesihlangane ngokubhloma, nini sesibloma sami baby. Yabo, sesi out and then music comes after.
Sending ama out.
Yabo, sesama out. But things happen dog. Can't be.
Yeah.
Yabo, just respect. Yabo na no nje sokuthi sekuyi respect ukuthi. Yabo, that respect ukuthi hayi nani. Yabo, hence ezinye izinto angingakhona ukuzirenga. It's out of respect.
Yeah.
Yabo ukuthi I could sit here and say, hey, 1, 2, 3, 15, 18, yabo. But out of respect, I'm not doing that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So also, rich slave, poor king.
Yeah.
Yes, and then do you mind maybe just sharing about you?
Poor King Rich Slave, it's one of the businesses that we started as GP Gangster now, you know? When we started going to production, we wanted to separate it from our music business, you know?
Yeah.
Because obviously there's different stakeholders, you know? I'm a stakeholders go Brown Bottle Entertainment, but they are not stakeholders go Poor King Rich Slave.
Yeah.
Poor King Rich Slave iqala nayo njengomculo.
Yeah.
Yabo ukuthi namajita mina bengikubloma nawo ngaRandeni. Sathola uSquire which uSquire he produced most of our second album iKhuphula. Yabo right in there. So uSquire uskimana nabo Mahazard. uMahazard ile awuthi usani boy la kuyizo le private gigs.
Yeah.
So sebehlala bonke nabo Squire, so we frequent uSquire thina zamajita for ama beat and all that yabo. So when we get there meso sipana umculo sithola ukuthi nabo ba busy ngefilming yabo, of which vele sesiya decide ukuthi hayi ama out nje ba busy athi siwancedise mhlambe singathola i411 and ngamampela uthothi ama out abantu aba open yabo, ukuthi la sesisipana nabo gunmen abo like most cast yizo uMahazard beke khona ukuthi ehlanganisa izomncedisa naye. So now we start seeing how they doing things yabo, and then no ba shoota movie kule movie le kumele ke kushubo le hubo iphathi yabo A1 la angafiki kanti vele thina sesikhona sithi sizoncedisa siyabamba la kubanjwa khona. uMahazard athi no Tumza ngicela uyibambe le party yabo, hayi ngibambeke iphathi, but now la into eyenzakala ukuthi akuna script wena ka yabo, ama uthaya freestyle ane skeleton ukuthi this is what needs to happen nan should ne director you tshela ukuthi no take it dialogue to this direction mara akho phepho ongalifunda ukuthi uye la, so kumele freestyle siya improvise most of the time yabo. Hayi mase shooter yazi lento siyayinyatsa nathi akunani script nan, but meceda kuhlangana iso yabo ukuthi esandayiling le intswembu mara isha uthina ama uthi awubalance script uyayibona writing le, and the writing le yenziwe phambi kwethu singayenza writing provided singazishayela research yethu sizibhalele iscript so that izobamba direction igrand yabo, and that's how icala ke iPoor King ukuthi sesishootha ini decide ukuthi sibhale iscript se wrong side story. Wrong side story concept yakhona ama yiketch like izinto esingixoxelana zona yazi like us ubani beke tshotshontsha kuphi wafambula ngani abanye bebethi babamba inkunzi bafambula ngani, so those things are sort of comedic uyayibona writing le. I-example e1 ukuthi omunye ukawo maybe sixoxela bebeyobamba inkunzi bathatha isibhamu athi ubambisa impintshi yakhe wabambisa la uthazoyibamba inkunzi uyaybo ukuthi bamba kanje uyachubeka uyayikhuthuza la uthi iphethe igani yamdubu uyabo. So you take those things lezo nje uyahlanganisa, you we make them go to zibe story in a way, yabo zibe ne opening, middle and ending. We are gonna writing. So that's how it started. So I shoot a little movie over. I think it took us 2 years to finish it. From the first day we shot to the day secret to be editor corner. Lucky enough we managed to sell it to Musa Magic. And the rest is history from that.
And then also their experience compared to the experience you go by musician or you go by in the music industry. Would you say it's more like the same?
No, it's completely different. As me album, ungangena studio one kube wena producer or you are no record whatever. But when it comes to filming, you need a strong team. You understand ukuthi umuntu owana ngandlisa ngomesh. Uyangithola ukuthi if lighting in your bed. No matter how good your acting is and your directing and your DOP is, if lighting your bed, you're going to the whole team ngomesh. That's when you need a strong director, someone who understands like everything who can tell no, the lighting is off, the wardrobe is off, continuity. Like you couldn't buy like if it's more like running a company.
There's more teamwork.
Teamwork where else and invest like so filming is completely different, although Tina, because music is a storytelling, so it becomes easy when it comes to writing intelligent script and creating new scenarios and new stories, because we've been telling stories. So now it's a different medium. Also filming, there's a lot of things that you need to take care of. Into go filming engathatha 2 days ungayibhala in 2 lines. Ube so like to take into consideration into njengabo budget ukuthi lento engibhalayo will I be able to shoot it within the budget.
So because also we know it's things that you did after music and it's things that you're still doing now. What else mhlambe can we look forward to in terms of that film space? Or
the film space, we took a bit of a rest for the past year and a half from there so that we can focus on other businesses. Because it needs, I feel good with the skill that we have and the resources that we have hit the ceiling. We cannot do any better if we still gonna operate within this certain budget, certain resources. In order for us to improve, we need to raise money so that we can do better productions. Because I think we've grown where we are in terms of skill, writing, directing and everything else that we do. We can work with certain budget and make things work. I think we've gone past that stage of fiddling around, playing around. Now we know what we want and we know how to do it. So we just need to make sure that Messi Spana as to be high level is we need to raise the bar, and in order for us to raise the bar, we need the budget than before.
And then maybe more team raising funds and my budget. What comes to my mind, it's also my event. I know it's something that happens annually, or the event that GP Gangster part or the Star part. Is it something that also still going to continue, or some rest and all that?
My event is but now you understand that the dynamics are different. You didn't need a lot of resources in order for your event to be successful. As long as you had a strong lineup, sound and all that. But no, there's a lot of competition within the space. You understand? People don't just want to come and experience whoever is there. It's a whole package. So you need a lot more budget as well in order for you to execute a show, be successful and get it there in terms of the sound, in terms of creating the vibe. So and the new things are no longer as cheap, but no longer as easy as they were before. Because before yabo bengana competition etheni especially this side of town yabo no kunendawo eziningi kunabantu abaningi abaya within the space yabo but you find other ways because now we've got businesses like yabo you can be able to sacrifice in your order so that you can push your filming see yabo into ezifana nalezo yeah
and then also siyazi ukuthi akupheleli lapho kuma events and the music as you mentioned ukuthi there's also merchandise with GP Gangster. Do you mind just sharing also ukuthi la sikhona also with the merchandise because we see it kakhulu emphakathini merchandise more than
I think mingipromena ama-agents ngokwatshela ukuthi khana music usibhadala nge-merchandise all that hard work besicabanga ukuthi inyuku yakhona izofika ngama-sales nangama-performance but funny enough people have decided to show more love financially nge-merchandise yabo because no it's merchandise is our number one business as a GP Gangster. It's our core business. Now it's the core of the business. Sisacula, sisayenza ama movies, but this is like the core business that is pushing everything forward. No magile kangada inyuku yakhona iphuma ngayi yabo riding there. So that's why I'm meeting ukutshela amachiti ukuthi sometimes it's payback time in terms of we are going to riding there because no that's when you see the love that people have for the GP Gang because sometimes we are cool abantu ababhawa music about writer and all that yabo bayasharelana bayastream abenzani you don't get to feel the support yabo you don't get it first hand ubona nje ama views ku YouTube nakhona ingoma za upload lo muntu ongamcavi yabo try to get them to take them down. You don't win, yabo. Ingoma zihlezile kuma hundreds and thousands of views, but financially you're not gaining anything, yabo. But now you get to feel the support firsthand, yabo. That's when you get to feel the love and everything, and Mola you get to interact even with ama fans at GP Gangster, yabo. Yabula ubona khona GP Gangster powerful. It was when yabona leyo nto le.
Okay, and then also. Sounds good. It's not just merchandise in this space. There's also ice cream shop that side. Yeah,
it's another thing because we don't like keeping our eggs in the same basket. We have which is what GP Gangster we have Joba, you've mentioned it since my events. Siyakuda since my events, since the filming, since the merchandise. Now we've ventured into a space, ice cream shop. It's an ice cream and coffee shop. But in general, it's what you would call a snack bar.
A snack bar.
We understand that where you find it's easy to enjoy like between meals. Ufuna ice cream, ufuna coffee, ufuna biscuit, ufuna no riding there. And how we've designed it, we've made sure we take it to the next level in terms of gas. Ngabe ukuthi sekuhlanganiswe nje rough yabo hlanganiseni yabo in the rush job. No, we took our time, make sure it becomes something equality, something that you can export to the birds, export to anywhere in the country, and it would fit yabo kube into ukuthi so because this is more like a pilot shop where we're testing out, trialing things so that once we've got the formula right, we're gonna take it to different spaces now. We're gonna ride in there. Sifake ma modi, sifake ma sifake ukinda.
Okay. And then just to take a back and you mention also some artists angafili is support when it comes to music industry, ne? Mhlambe, what would you say as someone who's been in the music industry for a very long time to artists who do big music and sigcine mhlambe sithi mhlambe azange simsupporte lo muntu or this person dying angana that financial support?
All I always advocate for is for us to do more than music when I go, because life is not music, it's not. It's like ukhalele ukuthi epicking pay ababhadala marusaspana da uyayibona leyo nto leyo. You can still uspane ubuye mhlawumbe uzosibhayisela ama perfume wenzeni yabo ihasile imeli mix mfana because once you depend uthi ukuthi uzovuka ngomusic ulinda ukuvuka ngomusic, what if it doesn't happen? Didn't happen for us, but now we because we didn't put our eggs in one basket and focus it I mean ayacula okunye angifuni ukwenza mina ngikuyosebenza for like 4 years I think when my son was born. Yabo, I put everything on hold ngayo spana la. Yabo, I came back with more focus. Yabo, cause no bengifaka i-effort ebhaya la kumlungu.
Yeah.
Uyayibona yini le? Ngabuya naleya discipline le yabengifaka la kumlungu, ngabuya ngayifaka ku hustle yami. Yabo, and I respect hustle yami as much as I respect le kamlungu.
Yeah.
Yabo, I think that experience is what's changed everything for me.
Yeah.
Which I came back with that discipline and implemented it in terms of GP. Yeah.
And then in terms of just the closing question, in terms of from the outside looking inside, we believe good music corner also manokana or between a record label.
Yeah.
What should you say about that?
No kind of cons, but no seven pick and pay. You'll always feel aggrieved with things but they only paying me this much. Yeah. I wanna writing there. I'm a record company, unscrupulous when as well. I'm a record company, back sign is a contract with more performer, or 15,000. And then they go out and get you a gigs with 80,000, but they still give you 15,000. It's what you agreed to, but it's not fair at the end of the day.
Mr. Rev Tumza, sabonga kakhulu for isikhathi sakho my man.
Alright.
Just mhlambe if usatholakala online, how can I want to reach out to you online?
Mina ngicommunicate kakhulu ku Facebook nabantu.
Yeah.
So njoba ngishilo Andile Tumelo Mpanza. That's my personal account, and then we've got a very big group, GP Gangster.
Yeah.
That's where you can communicate.
Yeah.
Good Twitter's corner, but the traffic is not as much as the Facebook.
Sabonga kakhulu. Also, please like and subscribe to Canoa Production. Thank you.
Alright.
Again. That's